So in this video, you guys going to be learning how to create this cool CSS loading animation, which you can use to show the loading process of a CSS card. Could be an image, video, or any content that you want to show on your website. Now keep in mind that to make it actually work, you also need JavaScript, but unfortunately we won't be doing that in this video. So let's see how to build this. So in our HTML, first we're going to create two divs with class of cards, since we're going to have two cards on the screen on the DOM, and then within that we're going to create a div with a class of image, which can hold the image, and then one for the content. Now within the content we're going to add in h4 tag for the title, and then we're going to have a div with the class of description for the description. Now in the main card, which is the card that's visible with the content, so first we're going to add in the image, and then we're going to set the title and also the description. Now for the skeleton card, we're going to add in a class of loading right next to the class card. And so we're done with our HTML. Now let's use CSS to style it. So here I have set the body to have a min height of 100 viewport height, also a background color font family as Helvetica, and also font size to 15 pixels. Now we want this to be at the center, so we're going to use the property of display flex and also flex wrap to wrap, since for the small screen we want them to wrap up, meaning that we want both cards to stack up, and also we want to have justify content space evenly and also align items as center. Now in the card class, we want each card to have a bit of gapping between each other when they stack over each other. So we want margin top and bottom as 1 rem and left and right as 0, and also width to 320 pixels. Now we're going to set background color, border radius, and also overflow to hidden, because we don't want any content to overflow, and also a little bit of box shadow. So this is the card. Now we're going to style the image, so we're going to give the image div a height of 200 pixels. Now we're going to style the image within this image class, so we want it to have full width, so we're going to set its display as block and set the width to 100% and also height to inherit, since we want it to have 200 pixel of height, and also object fit to cover, since we want it to have the entire width taken. So we want the image to be full size, so we want to set it as object fit cover. Now for the content, I'm going to give some padding, and then we're going to have our h4 in description. So the title, which is h4, would have margin and also font size and line height, and also for the description it's going to have font size and also line height. Then for the loading image and also for the loading title, which is h4, and also the loading description, we want each of them to have a background color and then a background of linear gradient with 100 degrees of this. So we have 40%, 50%, and 60%. So you can see that these are the different varieties of color, and then we want to add in the color next to it. And so as you can see on the screen, you have kind of like a slanted kind of like a rectangular shape, and so we want to add in background size to 200% and 100%. Now that's going to go away, and also background position X, that's 180 degrees. Now we want to set in the animation, since we want that rectangle to come in and go out, so we want to add in this loading. So we're going to set the keyframes to the loading animation, and we're going to set in background position as -20%. So as you can see, the animation is going on the right side. And so for the loading h4, we're going to set in min height, border radius, and also an animation delay, and the same for the description. Now when I save, you can see that both the loading title and description has a bit of animation delay.